Do you know what I mean? So, I know, fuck all, mate. Just the last couple of hangme's has been at PP, mate. So we're going to see. It's going to see. Am I there, aye?
Yeah, cut out. Yeah, I'm losing track, mate. I thought you lot sorted it out the other day on fucking gyms, mate. To be honest, but
No, mate. No, he wants to keep it going, so he does. So that's good, mate. That's right up my alley. Him keeping it going. So it's right up my alley. I've caught him with wee troller channels, right, and he knows who. He's either the troll channel or he knows who's behind it. That's totally fine. Totally fine with me. So he basically stuck himself in. So he did for a channel. And a few things that I've said has triggered him really, really bad. So it has. And what he's done is he's manipulated the things that I've been saying, right? So even after, just for talking sake, I said something, then I spoke to you, right? And I says, no, that's the way it's. Do you know, he's still saying this? He went, all right, okay, no bother. But after that, he's still saying the same stuff, repeating it. So he's just a daft troll. So, see what energy he produces when we land on him. Do you know what I mean? He shouts all this criminal fraternity and all the rest of it, yet he keeps screenshotting things and putting them in and bigging up his community posts. So we'll see what energy the cunt's got when we get in. That's fine. Do you know what I mean? If he wants to play the big boy games, he'll get big boy prizes. Simple.
I think he's just a wind up, mate. I think he just does wind up.
I know, but I'm going to wind him up physically. You get what I'm talking about? No,
I'm going to roll up on PP, like.
Hey, Moto. No, mate, no. I can hear you, mate.
I'm not hearing any more of that shit on the fuck I've got to say that cunt on my fucking Jeremy, because as I say, I go on with my face. I've not what to fight with any cunt like that.
I know.
Aye, and like I tried to say it on the other night, I'm like, fucking didn't say that, man. Just fucking keep that shit like skin.
Mate, he's a dafty. He's even, mate, I'll tell you how petty he's got. He's even saying things about my missus, he's working on it. Mate, what kind of guy does that about any woman's stuff? I mean, the full wedding setup was minted, and he's trying to down hang me it. So that just tells you it's just jealousy. Do you know what I mean? To the highest order.
See when he went in and says that you fucking bit that guy, I'd be like, I'd have showed the fucking guy straight. Like, fucking, I'd like to kill who was next door to the cunt like Skillet was.
The fact of the matter is, I can go and thing me right now and point out the window right at that motor. Right? So he thought it was smart. So see that motor? I can go to the window, put this camera on it now and show you that black Audi.
And that was your car, man, or his car?
Yeah, but I fucking rattled it right in the drive. Do you know what I mean? And he's giving it all that. Do you know what I mean? He seems to know a lot about that channel, I know. He says, oh, it gets struck. I went, did it? How do you not get struck? Oh, because the video's not there.
I'm sure we can all roll on.
PP's well aware that I put in the miles. I don't mind putting in the miles, right? And when I do it, I make sure it's worth it. So I do. So if he wants to sit there and troll online, well, listen, I'll make him and his fucking full family's head fall right off its shoulders. That's the way it rolls. That's the way we're rolling.
So do you think PP's in with fucking bird shit and humbles and all that lot? Is that
100%. He's in with that humble eye.
I've spoke to PP for a while on it. I thought he's, have a bit of banter and all. Yeah, what he's in with all that.
Listen, mate. Here, where's the consistency? They're making right now. If you're talking about wrongings, right now, you yourself, mate, you even slag bird shit and keep going. Where's the consistency after this thing, mate? How's they not calling him a Cadbury's feast or the rest of it? There's no consistency. Do you know what I mean? I've told him about humble. He's a wronging and all. Where's the consistency? There's nothing. Do you know what I mean? That's how I know.
He took my spanner off me the other day.
Who?
Fucking PP.
You're better off with fucking tell me ram up his ass. I tell you, no today, give me that Give me that imaginary
He
clown.
did Hank Bluebell's fucking time summed out, and he came in.
Right, I'll tell you what happened, right? I'll tell you what happened, right? There was a guy in the chat, right? And he done about 25 messages about me. Moto Gimp, Moto this, Moto that, Moto this, Moto Gimp, Moto this, right? And I'm not... So she timed it out for 300 seconds, right? And the one thing, mate, right? And he jumped up onto the panel. No free speech. Listen, mate, they're trolling his shit.
I'm eating Maltesers. Just so you know, I live the high life.
They're trolling the shit. They're trolling the shit and using your channel, mate. But see, that I'm not being Jim. I'm not trying to be funny, right, mate? But see, obviously, because you'll not see it when you're half stupid. Some of the times when you go in there and you're drinking and that. Do you know what I mean? So you'll not see it, but I see it because I'm stone cold sober. And when you're drunk, you don't see these things. You know what I mean? And they know that. You know what I mean? So, or you're stoned, for example. You know what I mean? You're not seeing these things that they're doing. I'm not really want to go. I'm not really want to go on it. I'm not really want to go on it, but obviously because of your channel, mate. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. It's not.
It's not going to happen again, man. I've got to say that to PP as well, man. Just fucking. It does go. He can't help himself. I seen that. Watched it. But it's fucking.
So you're saying PP's been trolling the fuck out of you, basically, Moto?
Oh, 100%, mate. I caught him, right, because what I done was, right, so I'm in touch with a few guys who are in about his area, right, so that's how much I'm getting into this cunt, right, I'm in touch with a few guys, travellers, all the rest of it, right, so, they say, see this, right, so I says it, and he totally fell off it, right, said a couple of things, so what it was, I goes like that, oh, I want to hang me, because he's calling me a grass, right? So I went like, right, no problem. He says, see him, ask him about the things he got away with. Right, so he's like, grass.
Yeah,
and I went,
I saw
what
that,
do you mean?
yeah.
I says, what do you mean? I says, you went to court, so how am I grassing? You've already been in the court for them, and the ones you get away with. So, and they went, all right. And I went, right, okay, so how did you get away with them? You a grass? Are you a grass? So how are you getting away with these things? Are you a grass? Can you explain to me? Know what I mean? So he can't explain, but he wants me to explain. So that's where I'm at with him. Know what I mean? And it'll not be long before I'm right in front of his fucking feet. Then we'll see with that energy that he's going to fucking school me with. Right? Or listen, like Romeo just said there, talk's cheap. Talk is cheap. You know what I mean? And he's not too old, because he's older. He seems fucking fit enough to sit.
I've got to go to bed in a minute, man.
Chat shit.
Wedding.
I don't mind a laugh, right, guys, and go, right, so if they go, shut up, you fat bastard, I don't mind all that, right? Seeing you start calling cunts grasses, nah, it's not there for him. It's not there for him. I mean, that's just, you just don't do that. You don't call somebody, it's like me calling, I think he's got beast tendencies, right? And I've got reason to believe for that, right? And he's a wronging and all, in many different ways. And I'm not going to bring out the other different ways, right? But he'll be sitting there, right? I've done a community post, right? So go and look at my community post, and it's regarding a fisher. You'll see it. There's a guy on here, a fisherman, right? So read between the lines on that, and that'll give you an idea of how much of a wronging this cunt is on here. This is stuff that I've known before, but I've just not let out about him. The guy's a dirty wronging. Well, let's put it this way. If he was in your house and you had to go to the shops, I wouldn't leave him with your missus. There you go.
I don't think that about PP, mate, but I've not fucking seen anything.
No, I'm not saying he's going to grape or nothing like that. No, like that. I'm not saying that way. Do you get me?
I'm not saying that. I'll leave any cunt with my goldfish.
Nah, PP's alright, mate. I ain't gonna sit there and fucking, do you know what I mean? I've not seen
No,
anything
I'm not
about him,
listen. It's me that's saying it, mate. It's me that's saying it.
The thing is,
See, I would never see the new CPP was to come onto this panel. I would just leave because I'll tell you why. You can't have a civilized, normal, straight conversation. See everything you say, it bends it, manipulates it, right? There, for example, right. So see that what I just said to you there, right? And I says, and I explained about obviously what these people have told me. I asked him about this, then he came on and explained it. Do you know? He went, all right, okay, and I get what you're talking about now, right, I understand that. Do you know, after that, he's still bringing that up. I want him to explain that, and I went, it was if that's what he does.
Yeah.
You've already explained that, so what are you talking about, you fucking idiot?
He was asking you
that.
bait questions the other day. I remember saying that on
Exactly,
the live.
mate.
He was, yeah.
Exactly. Pure personal shite. Do you get me? So that's how I went like, fuck it, I'm getting into his personal stuff. You know what I mean?
I think he's just on a wind up. I don't know, mate. But you said you think he's in with Humbles and all, so fuck knows.
Well, mate, listen. See if I knew your name right, and I started calling you a grass and putting it about you a grass, you wouldn't like it, would you?
Fuck that, man. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Yeah, but
he
was just repeating what that bird shit said, and I watch some of that bird shit sometimes, and that is what he's saying. I said it to you a couple times on the live that he's came out with his fucking story and all. Do you know what I mean? He's that bird shit, mate. He's just a piece of shit. I don't. If you know.
Aye. Well,
I don't talk shit. I don't talk shit. That's that kid saying it. I can't help it. I didn't talk shit. Of course you fucking do, you fucking lunatic.
Aye.
That's a Burkett saying it.
Mate, he's a dirty rapist. Don't give a fuck about it. You're listening, bro? Right, so obviously he always goes like that, big up Hector, right? So see that Hector? Absolutely despise the guy, right? No. Even if see somebody blow, he's not a fish hog, and I'd just laugh. Anyway, see him, right? That fucking thing with what's his face? PP said that he made an apology video for what he says. No, he didn't. If he made an apology video, I'll tell you what, he's the only one that fucking seen it. There's no apology video out there to me regarding that stuff. Do you know he actually said it twice? It wasn't just once, it was twice. He came out with that fucking jargon. So he did. And he said it on 2 channels. He thought he'd be a fucking wido. So he did.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this. I think PP was just trying to wind up that night, and it's just fucking blown out of proportion because he's just kept on with it. That's sort of the vibe I got from him, that he's just on a wind up.
Well, PP blamed me, that's what he says, right, for paint stripping Hector's motor. So Hector walked out one day, was noising that many people up, that his Audi got wrote off with paint stripper. So PP blamed me for it. That's what he done. So he's a grass, for a start. He's sitting there blaming me live on thing me for that motor. Do you know what I mean? Pure grass. Absolute grass. You done it. That's what he said. That was his words. You done it.
I
did
can't
it?
remember,
Did
but
it?
I was a few cans deep, to be fair, bro. I know you went mad on him, but like I said, he was asking you bait questions because, you know, the shit that bird shit says, there seems to be some sort of case there going on, and he was just like trying to incriminate you. That was the way I kind of got
Aye. Right. So what I'm about to tell you is I'm not grassing anybody in here because this is kind of public knowledge that everybody knows because they done it live, right? And one person has had the jail for it, right? So for as much as I don't like that bird shit, right, I would never say anything about him in terms of feel like doing anything in grassing, right? But one night, living in London's windies get put in, right? And the person who done it get filmed, right? And the person who filmed it put it about everywhere. See, like say run about the YouTube community, people are kind of connected on that YouTube side, right? So living in London's windies get put in. They knew who done it. They knew the secondary person who was behind it, but they never really said anything about him. They made the trip for there, right, all the way up to Hector's. Then they smashed Hector's windies. And that he knows who it was, right? So I'll tell you who was putting the video about. The person putting the video about was Birdshit, because everybody knows it. He was live when they were doing it, right? They went on a panel live, and you know, Birdshit was kidding on that he was the person who's done its wife, going, get back to bed, all that shit, right? And surprisingly, after about 6 months, Uncle K got to jail for it, right? Now, I don't care what anybody says, right? And I firmly believe this. I don't believe, right, that living in London stuck him in. I think it was Birdshit stuck him in.
Well, if you're filming somebody doing a crime, mate, and you put it online, then that is grounds really. It is in a way, mate. Yeah, if you film someone doing a crime, bro, and you streaming it.
He didn't put it online, and I never ever seen it online, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that it wasn't online, it could have been, but I seen a video saying it was going about, right, and I've got the videos, right, and you can see Hector's kids, trainers and all the rest of it, they're right at the door, and they're doing bits and bobs, do you know what I mean? They're right at his door.
Now day when I fucking seen it was all been stripped. But did they not get fucking cunts going to go through his door a couple of months before that?
He was saying all that shit. I don't know if that was just bravado, mate. Is that with a gun? I
can remember it. And I tell PP that. I'm like, I can remember him calling everybody out for calling. I mean, every cunt. Paul Ellis, Connie Burkett. Fucking every cunt, man.
Aye, and do you know that? Do you know that? I'll tell you what, right? So everybody says everything, right? But do you know that Paul Ellis went on his channel, done a video, right, and shared a voice note from me to Paul Ellis, and the voice note was, "I'll get you in Manchester, we'll go the way," right? Now I tricked him, right, and then what I done was I made the thing me, right. So I was able to show Hector this, right. I went, they're blaming me. I says, but look at this text that they've not showed. And I went, Deco, I seen that text. And he says, I didn't show you, but you've showed me, and that text after it makes me feel as if it's them. And I went, well, there you go. I says, they're blaming me. I says, but look at the text after it. I says, so how can that be me? Do you know what I mean?
No, that's what PP needs to get in contact with Hector and say, look, am I talking shit here?
Aye, mate, PP just does it to me. PP knows that Birdshit and that were involved in his stuff, but he'll not say it because he's a shite bag. You know what I mean? Mate, see the best thing that Tony, for everybody on here, if Tony Birdshit came to my door, mate, honestly, because I've got a present for him, and I'd put his sausages flat out in the fucking street out there, I'm telling you, that's how much, because I know shit about him, right, that people will sit here and maybe half believe, right, but he's a dirty beast, right, and he knows I know he's a dirty beast, you get me? So, that is what it is, you know what I mean? But people still seem to associate themselves with him, and like say the people, the kid on Beast Hunters will not go in on him, you know what I mean? All the ones that went in on, like, Deca again, that, right, no, I wasn't even wanting to fucking saying about Tony Birdshit. The only reason I'm saying about him is because he thought he would get the upper hand on me and saying my missus was getting fouled. I went, mate, you're a fucking bum. I said, that's the worst thing you could have said to me. So, he's just, for there, I've just been tormenting him with the truth. That he's a beast. That's it. Just been tormenting him with the truth. Saying he's a 3 times child rapist. And he is. He is, that's what he is. He knows it. You don't get 3 NFAs, right? I mean, roughly within the space of 12 years. Listen, I'm sorry to bring this to your channel, but I kind of got brought up, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? It kind of got brought up. But what I'm saying is, I'm just highlighting, right, that these fools are saying, oh, grass. Wait a minute here. Who the fuck's the one that's been in the handcuffs 3 times? Do you know what I mean? Who's the one that went to the police, right, with that voice? Do you know they went to the police with that voice note or not? The Scottish police and the Scottish police